Grace and peace, everybody, and welcome to Sabbath School Study Group. This is part number 4 of our 5-part series talking about prayer power, interceding for others. And when you've understood what we've seen so far in our past 3 studies, I really pray that you are watching those and you're encouraged by them, and please share them with someone else to watch. And as you're watching today, now we're going to look at the idea of a focus in prayer and why that is so important. So Jesus, now tune us in, focus us in, so that we can understand the need to know what we're looking for to help us to be able to find it. In your name we pray. Amen. You got to have a prayer focus, just like any and everything has to have a point, whether it's a story or a song or a book, any narrative. So it is with our prayer, because what's the point of expecting if we don't know the point of asking? Many times my prayers have been frustrated, not because of anything on the Lord's part, but on mine. I just wasn't specific enough. I asked for anything, so when anything happened, I should be willing to accept that answer, right? Well, no, I'm looking for something specific, but I didn't ask for something specific. In other words, my expectation is going to be governed by what I asked for. So if I ask general, then I can just expect general. But when you ask specifically, or when you ask with a focus, you will expect with a focus. And there are biblical examples of why that's so important. 1 John chapter 5:14 says, this is the confidence that we have in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he heareth us. So the beautiful thing, this verse is saying, hey, if you ask the Lord, he hears you. He'll answer. But again, what's our point? Prayer focus. Let's say I'm hungry. You know how children will say all the time, oh, Daddy, I'm hungry. Mom, I want something to eat. And they'll say, I'm hungry, or I want something to eat. And you'll say, okay, well, go grab a piece of fruit. Well, I don't want a piece of fruit. Okay, well, go get you some water, because, you know, a lot of times we're mistaking hunger with thirst. Well, I don't want any water. Well, you just told me you were hungry. You didn't ask me and say, I want granola. I want an apple. In the best case scenario. So if you don't ask specifically, why are you expecting specifically? Whatever we ask for, he hears us, right? So when you go to Job chapter 16 and 21, here it says, oh, that one might plead for a man with God, as a man pleadeth for his neighbor. Check that out again. Oh, that one might plead for a man with God. This is like an actual advertisement saying, wow, I wish we would intercede for other people. And in that intercession, just like if we were going to court, just like if we were pleading our case, if we were going to court and we were somehow harmed and we're looking for damages, we're going to specifically say what we want damages for. We don't go into court, I hope, just saying, I want some money. Any more than if we were going to court and we were wrongfully accused of a crime. We would go there just saying, well, you know, I don't want y'all to think I'm a bad person. I'm saying, no. I want to be set free. I don't want to be found guilty. I did not do this. There's a specificity in that courtroom. So we should have that same focus in a prayer. That if we want something, and you know what, really why we should be honest with God when it comes to what we want? Because he already knows. He already knows, because he's seeing not just our mouth, but he's seeing our heart. The meditation of our mind. He already knows. So let's be honest with him and let him be the one to say, no, you don't need that. No, that's not for you. Let him be the one to say the no, but we be the one who's honest enough to recognize this is what I really want. And if it's not right, Lord, put me on path, put me on the program that you have, but let me be honest and specific so that in the event that it is your will, I know exactly what to look for and I know what I'm going to receive. 1 Samuel chapter 12, 23 to 24, it says in Samuel's testimony, moreover, as for me, Samuel, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you. There he was, an intercessor. But watch what he says. I will teach you the good and the right way. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth and with all your heart. For consider how great things he hath done for you. This is a beautiful verse because Samuel is saying, you know, heaven forbid that I would stop interceding for you. And he goes on then to detail exactly what he's asking for from God for Israel. That they would serve him with all their heart. That they would love him enough to obey him. he specifies what he's praying for Israel, so they would know this is what we should be looking for amongst ourselves, and that they will know this is what he wants for me as a mentor, as a brother in the faith. And ultimately, this is what God is going to send our way, and we can expect it. We can claim it. All of these different aspects of focus, why they are so vital, not just to throw out a random net, which one can do, but then you have to wait, versus going for something specifically for someone else. And with that kind of focus, the Lord honors it. Oh, that a man would plead for another man, is what Job said. Oh, that you and I would ask specifically for that blessing on that person, that breakthrough for that family member, the change that we want to see. If we know that's in our heart, be honest and make it then your prayer. Leave the answer